The reason why, because I was originally seeing the schema markup drop downs, but I came across one that actually had a jump link to the table of contents links within the article. I don't know if you've seen that at all, where it actually, yeah, where they have a table of contents and they have the hashtag links to go directly to that heading in the page. And it's almost like they created their own site link within the meta description where it says jump to, and if you click it, it jumps to that hot link or short link or quick link, or I've heard them called a million different types of links. So Google calls it jump. It says jump to, and then it has the title. And the interesting thing is that in this SERP, I'll put a picture of it. They have the schema markup, and that's in the header, I think. And then they have the content on the page, and then there's a table of contents which has the jump links, and then the schema markup is just the headings with the questions and then the answers. So it's all copy and paste. They literally just took the code, took the content, put it in, and then put a table of contents plugin, and they have this really cool dominating SERP with like 3 drop downs and a hop link to the middle of their page with their meta description.
Interesting.
It's definitely some cool stuff that that you found there. If people aren't using it, they should be. They should be figuring it out because with those jump links, you can create a lot of relevancy for your keyword queries and stuff as well. Especially combining it the way they did with FAQ, where it's literally answering searchers' intent really well, it seems, and they're bringing those jump links out, letting you click on them easily. Definitely a cool feature. Try to emulate it. Anybody watching, go in your local SERPs and start looking for these things. Try to emulate it. I'm sure we'll be putting some more information out about this over the next couple of weeks because we're looking into it too, and how to systematize and implement this across everything we're doing, because it does dominate that SERP result. That real estate, it looks really, it's a nice result. So as long as it's working, definitely try to emulate that.
Oh, yeah. I think what we're going to, just based on what I'm seeing, we're probably going to see long form content start performing a lot better when properly marked up with the proper interlinking, the jump links and everything. And it kind of makes sense too for Google to have, because when you search for like a very short 1 or 2 string term, determining relevance, there's many different things you can search for, and a 1 page of content might have 2 or 3 things within that content that relates to what you're searching for, but they might give you a different jump link or a different hop link in the metadata based on the search query, so you could possibly target a lot more terms within the context of the page. So which brings me to the next thing, just looking at Wikipedia. Wikipedia is the only site I found this on. I don't know if you guys saw that when I put it in here. They're actually pulling data from the page on like if you search a business or something, like the owner with links and net income and like specialized data, but I don't see any type of markup or anything on Wikipedia as far as schema. Or, I mean, they have a table of contents, but these aren't like hop links, they're that box on the side.
So, theory, but we know, and we've proven this, like, for anyone who doubts this, like, we've had specific situations where, like, if we create, like, a Wikipedia page, you can see that populate like Google's knowledge graph because it'll cite Wikipedia, right?
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. But we know Google crawls and uses Wikipedia as a source for data. So I'm wondering if they're just not, if this isn't as much of like, because there's the lack of markup and stuff like that, Google might just crawl and work to understand and display this site differently, because it's pulling data from it. They're definitely treating Wikipedia differently than they would a site you or I would pop up. Like they literally mine Wikipedia for information.
Oh yeah.
So I'm wondering, like, it'd be interesting to see if some of this happened with some of the other sites that theoretically we or we have some, evidence that Google scrapes and
Looking at
uses
closely,
them.
yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if some of them have displays in the SERPs that are, not quite like anything else we've seen. Which I could be completely off base here, but that's the first thing that pops in my head when you said, it doesn't look like they have any type of markup. It doesn't look like Wikipedia is doing anything intentionally to get these different types of display in the SERP.
And they even have links to other pages. Like it's pulling the link directly from the content that it's displaying. So
I mean, this could definitely be a case of just, Google saying like this is one of like the mothership websites we scrape to get our information together, to build knowledge graphs from.
but they're all no follow, so the links don't matter, right?
Yeah, we know that. We know that because SEO has told us that. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, and that's the first thing that popped in my head was just the stuff we've done with creating pages, and I mean, there's a vast world of interesting things you can do with Wikipedia. Just let it at that, but. A lot of people moved away from it because no one wants to invest the money or time to create the Wikipedia page. It's just a big a big fat no follow link.
Who needs that brand mention?
Yeah, but I mean, when you can see them pop up and literally knowledge graphs are live overnight for the brand or the person you made the page for, and yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm wondering if that's just a theory, right? I have no proof that that's the case, but I don't know.
Yeah, it would be interesting to have some more tests. Honestly, I've never really gotten I've gotten links on Wikipedia, but I've never actually had a whole Wikipedia
Like a
page.
dedicated page.
Yeah, for like my brand or anything.
Yeah, I mean the last one I saw work really well was one Chaz threw together, and I mean it was within. It was almost like an immediacy type of thing where the guy's brand had just a complete knowledge graph that got populated inside of Google's SERP results, and I mean you can't tell me that isn't a factor. Like we all made fun of Chaz behind his back because he put all that work into that no follow link. And we all pointed and laughed. We were like, bad SEO, got a big no follow for us.
It's super hard to get brands featured on Wikipedia, especially it's near impossible if you're a marketing company. They're not going to feature marketing companies. if you have to have a decent amount of real press about your business that you can refer to, and then you'll get it to stick. But you got only certain industries can get them to, like SEOs.
Don't offer a backlink service and try to get a Wikipedia.
You're not getting a Wikipedia page for your SEO service.
You should make a Wikipedia page for our Wikipedia link selling service. Our Wikipedia page creation service. No, yeah, but I mean it's manipulable, right? I mean getting the press, that's self-explanatory, and then they like to see sometimes, if you can get any like decent editorials. And a lot of people will scoff at that because it's a multi-step thing. Like, sorry, there's not a software that'll build your Wikipedia page for you. But I mean, it is a multi-step thing. But with that type of power, when you can build something like that and just see it completely change the landscape of the SERPs in the next day or two, is I don't know. That's the type of power I like. I feel like we're on the right track with stuff. But